Establishing her career in 1986, Wendy had worked as a radio intern, DJ, and host in New York, steadily building a fan base due to her infamous shock factor before being given the opportunity to host her very own daytime talk show, The Wendy Williams Show, in 2008. A 6-week trial of the show ran on the Fox network before getting the green light due to its high ratings, and in July of 2009, The Wendy Williams Show would be broadcast all around the world. 12 years later, at the height of the global pandemic, life as we knew it would do a complete 360. Venues, restaurants, events, and businesses worldwide were forced to either shut down or take a hiatus, and capitalists everywhere were left scrambling to figure out how to stay afloat, till further notice. Hopping on the Zoom and video chat trend, your favorite morning talk shows like The View, The Real, and The Wendy Williams Show took their opinionated views and show reels from filming in front of a live studio audience to filming from the comfort of their own homes. This being the only third time in Wendy's show history that it was ever put on pause, with previous breaks being due to Wendy's ongoing battle with Graves' disease and other ongoing serious health issues. During those 13 years, however, it's recently been reported that show producer Kevin Hunter, aka Wendy's now ex-husband, was in his Hannah Montana bag, living a whole nother life on the other side of the pond with his mistress, Sharina Hudson, for over a decade that Wendy may or may not have known about. More on that later. On April 19th of 2019, divorce bells would be ringing after finding out that her husband of 20 years and his longtime side piece welcomed a baby girl in the same year. Sit-in audiences were ushered back in as of 2021, but Wendy herself would be ushered back out in September of this year when reports of her being hospitalized and in under urgent care in a message posted on the show's official IG and social media accounts, disclosing that the show would be on hiatus till October 18th, with guest hosts taking Wendy's place till her return. Although complications from ongoing health issues is credited for Wendy's absence, like clockwork, fans began their Forensic Files detective work and speculations of Kevin Hunter's decade-long affair, emphasis on decade, along with Wendy's known substance abuse, were brought into question. So what's really going on with Miss Wendy? Reports of Wendy being voluntarily hospitalized due to a psychiatric evaluation were made on September 9th, just a few weeks prior to the season 13 premiere of her show. A few days later, we found out that she had tested positive for COVID-19, even though it's been said that she was fully vaccinated at the time, even though she stated that she was iffy of getting the shot and confessed to never receiving a flu shot on the Dr. Oz show. The premiere would be further pushed back from September 20th to the 4th due to ongoing underlying complications from Graves' disease, and the show would be pushed back even further from the 4th to the 18th with an array of guest hosts and panelists. This wouldn't be the first time that Wendy has taken a hiatus. Her first break lasted for 3 weeks in February of 2018, 2019, and 2020, all relating to underlying health issues due to her ongoing battle with Graves' disease she's been battling since 1999, and hyperthyroidism. Fans would become even more alert when Wendy was being spotted pushed around in a wheelchair and vaping. Following her hospital release, to make a long story short, her ongoing battles with her health are what's being credited to the sole reason of her hiatus, but some seem to think that that just isn't the case. As we know, Wendy divorced from her ex-husband / manager / show producer Kevin Hunter in 2019 after being married since 1997. After discovering that he had a baby with his mistress for over 10 years, Sharina Hudson, and many speculated that Wendy knew about the affair the entire time, but turned the other cheek. In an interview with The Insider, Wendy revealed that she wanted a divorce just 2 years after their marriage, stamping Kevin as a serial cheater. She also admitted that he cheated even while she was on bed rest during her pregnancy. When asked why she stayed, she credited her son and her faith. On an episode of The Brilliant Idiots, former Wendy intern and The Breakfast Club radio host Charlamagne the God said that he introduced Sharina to Kevin sometime in the mid-2000s and that he no longer speaks to Kevin or Wendy. When asked why, he claimed that Kevin got upset because he thought Sharina liked one of his friends and thought Charlamagne was hooking Sharina up with other men. Mind you, Kevin was married to Wendy at the time. Wendy's movie, Wendy Williams, the movie, premiered on the Lifetime network on January of this year. In it, her relationship to Kevin is highlighted throughout the movie. During the press run, Wendy stayed neutral and even invited Kevin to state his side of things, inviting him to the set's filming location, but she never got a response. She also revealed that she was currently paying spousal support to Kevin. It's been reported that Kevin bought Sharina a house just 9 miles away from where Wendy and Kevin shared a home, and Wendy found out via TMZ, addressing it in her Wendy Williams' What a Mess documentary that premiered after her Lifetime movie. Despite her husband cheating throughout their entire marriage, and despite having a son together, in true Wendy Williams fashion, she tries to put on a strong fat cake for her son and herself, and lightens the situation by making jokes here and there about her divorce. One incident being Sharina Hudson's Ferrari being towed. Wendy chimed in saying, "That was me too," hinting at the fact that she paid for it. Now, although it's been reported that Sharina and Kevin have only been together for a little over a decade, folks went to snooping and found pictures from a New York blackout party hosted by Wendy and Kevin back in 2007 and discovered that 21-year-old Sharina Hudson was also snap partying with the Hunters, coincidentally enough wearing the same nails as Wendy. In response to the chaotic divorce, Kevin told E! News, "I have dedicated most of our lives to the business empire that is Wendy Williams Hunter, a person that I truly love and respect unconditionally. I'm not proud of my emergent actions and take full accountability and apologize to my ex-wife, family, and her amazing fans. I'm going through a time of self-reflection and I'm trying to right some wrongs." Wendy's turbulent divorce that was reportedly finalized in 2020 on top of her underlying health problems are most likely the motives for her now month-long absence from her talk show. But substance abuse claims have entered the chat when she disclosed that she'd enter a sober house, a facility that provides safe housing and structured living conditions for those exiting drug rehabilitation programs on live television back in 2019, bravely admitting to have suffered from a decade-long cocaine addiction. Eyebrows were raised back in 2017 when she passed out live on air, dressed in a Statue of Liberty costume due to what she said was overheating, but of course the public wasn't buying it. Although the current mental position Wendy is in, especially with losing her mother back in 2020, fans and folks alike couldn't help but feel sympathetic, but others taunted that this was in fact the pot was calling the kettle black. Past incidents of Wendy taunting others' demises, releasing private information, bullying, harassing, being a rape apologist, and the whole nine were being brought up. Exampled being her infamous 2003 spat with Whitney Houston, revealing private info about Method Man's wife battling with cancer, victim blaming Kesha when she accused producer Dr. Luke of the R word, and a whole lotta, but again, I'll leave that up for you to decide. As of late, Wendy is still on hiatus while her show is being kept afloat by guest hosts Leah Remini, Sherry Shepard, Whitney Cummings, and others, and it's being reported that staff members are paying $75 for people to attend the show's live tapings. Despite being fired from his manager position, Wendy says that she still tries to keep neutral for the sake of her sanity and their son, Kevin Hunter Jr., and revealed via her IG that she was back in the dating game. As a result of her substance abuse, Wendy started the Hunter Foundation, a nonprofit that provides grants for drug education, prevention, and rehabilitation programs back in 2014. We hope Wendy is taking this time to truly heal herself and wish her a speedy recovery. What do you think is going on with Wendy? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.